Hey, have any of you ever been on a dune ride?
No.
Okay. Alright, good to see some survivors return.
Oh.
Yeah, we only need an 80% survival rate to stay in business, so we can't afford to lose a few of you today. Yeah, probably a good time to tell you that back row has been a little loose lately. Yeah. If you feel like it's going to break off, just hold on really tight, alright? Alright, so today we're going up dunes, we're going down dunes, we're going around dunes, we're going to head down in the woods, we'll make some stops all along the way, I'll teach you about the history of the area, maybe see some wildlife. If you have any questions while we're going, feel free to ask, I'll help you out with that. If you're sitting on the outside of the buggy, make sure you keep your hands and arms inside the buggy at all times. If you're wearing a hat, I would suggest you keep it backwards or it might fly off. All our seatbelts are on?
Yep.
Alright, we ready for a dune ride?
Yeah.
2 people are ready for a dune ride. Come on, are we ready for a dune ride? Make sure we look both ways before we cross.
Good choice.
We're clear? Alright, that was it. What'd you think? Yeah, worth the money, right? Yeah, now you gotta walk all the way back. Alright. So to the right here, we kind of have an obstructed view, but to the right is Goshorn Lake. Goshorn Lake is a small inland lake. It's only about half the size as it used to be. It used to come all the way out into this area. But about 200 years ago, off in this direction, there was a town formed called Singapore. They were a logging town. They started chopping down the trees. It opened up the area for the wind to come off Lake Michigan and blow the sand and an extreme rain filling in Goshorn Lake. So if you look straight ahead of us here, do you see that tree with all the roots exposed? Gives you an idea what that wind does to the sand. So that wind blew all the sand into Goshorn Lake, filling it in right off this edge here. It's the original center. Still the deepest part of the lake. If you go out 10 feet, you go down 80. It's a really deep lake, really good for fishing. But kids, I gotta warn you, we've been having issues with sinkholes opening up into the water on this corner. If we go under, I got good news, alright? These cushions, they double as life preservers. You just got to get the bolts undone on the back of the seats. You brought your tools, right?
Yeah.
Here we go.
I got everything else in my purse.
5 leaving first. a good maintenance guy. He's been married to the same lovely lady for 30 years. Any guesses to what her name is? Sandy. Very good. What does Sandy make Fred for lunch every single day?
Sandwiches.
We got a sharp group here. Bonus question for all the money. What kind of sandwich is Fred's favorite? He likes the tuna fish. The tuna. Of course. Of course. Signs are just suggestions. Alright, so we look out across the area. This is not how this land always used to look. Before the people of Singapore got here, this area was completely flat and forested. They started chopping down the trees. It opened up the area for the wind to come off Lake Michigan and blow the sand at a rate of 7 to 8 feet per year. Now, sand dunes are formed by sand blown against stationary objects such as a tree or a tree stump, just building up over time. They had to find a way to slow it down because it was blowing into Goshawen Lake, into people's homes in the area. So in the 1970s, they brought out students from Michigan State University to come plant all this dune grass called marram grass. They had to ship it in from North Carolina, plant it by hand every square foot. Took them over 2 years to cover the area. But it has done its job. Instead of 7 to 8 feet, it's only moving around 1 to 2 inches per year nowadays. So we're left with these dunes because of it. That one up there is 300 feet above Lake Michigan. That's where we're headed. Now, I'm usually pretty good at this uphill climb, but back row, you're good to push if we get stuck, right? Yo, that ball. Good day to come out visibility wise. Clear day like today, you can see about 30 miles out into the lake. This is the widest part of Lake Michigan. It's 76 miles across to Racine, Wisconsin. So you guys see that row of darker green trees out in the distance? Right around there is where that town of Singapore was located. They were formed in the 1830s. They were looking to rival the port cities of Chicago and Milwaukee on this side of the lake. They were doing pretty well for themselves. Until 1871 rolled around. Great Chicago fire happened. Chicago needed help rebuilding. So Singapore chopped down all the trees in the area, sent them Chicago's way. Chicago sent them a big sum of money. Everyone's happy, right? This was the case for a short period of time. But after a while, people of Singapore realized they messed up by cutting down all the trees, allowed that wind to blow the sand right into their own homes, fashioned they could bail it out. So in the winter of 1875, the people of Singapore uprooted their houses, put them on sleds, and used horses to drag them across the frozen Kalamazoo River, about a mile or two downshore to a small Indian village called the Flats. That's present-day Saugatuck. There are 2 buildings still in downtown Saugatuck today that are from that city of Singapore. They have the green historical markers out in front. People of Singapore did leave behind some buildings, though. They left behind a 3-story hotel, a church, and a schoolhouse. So you see that dune peeking out over that row of trees? That dune peeking out is where the 3-story hotel is. So I said earlier, the dunes are formed by sand blown against stationary objects. That hotel is under that dune. Up until the 1970s, the roof of the hotel and the church steeple were still visible. This has since been covered. It took about 100 years for that whole town to get buried beneath the dunes here. And we do have a showcase back in the office with pictures of Singapore, newspaper articles about Singapore, so you can check that out when we get back. See that I actually do tell the truth some of the time. Alright, we're going to pull up ahead. In the meantime, we're going to stop for about 5 minutes, let you guys get out, get some pictures, run up and down a dune. Run down there, come all the way up in front of the buggy. To the right, we have some good views of the dune.